Hello and good evening. This is the Solaris-X, and today we're gonna do a bit of a speed run on Pneuma Breath of Life. This is a puzzle experience. So without further ado, let's check this out. Okay, here we go. Kidoki. What I'm gonna do now is run the game and have it set for the speed run. We can close this down. Once you get used to the puzzles, they can be easy, but when you first play the game, it's challenging. It's much of getting used to the actual um, puzzles more than anything. You know what I mean? Oh, it's working this out. Here we are. As you can see here, we are at a fresh start. We're gonna start the. We can commence the speed run shortly. First thing I like to explain is I would have to go backtrack myself in able to get one achievement as well. So I might have to quit a few times to get a certain achievement. This achievement will be the soul achievement, which I will show you what you need to do. Basically, with the soul achievement, you need to collect. With the soul achievement, you need to collect so many pictures. Okay, but here we go. We're gonna do this. New game. Here we go. Let's start the speed run.
In the beginning, me. I'm awake. I'm alive.
3,
I can
2,
feel it.
1. Let's
Life
start the timer.
flowing through me. Breath, thought. A few seconds ago there was nothing, but now here I am. There's one logical conclusion. I am God, and
Wait a sec. This is not working, is
pretty
it?
cool.
Yeah, it's running.
Too dark and silent, formless and void, not fitting for God of my stature. Let there be light. Oh, and there was! Oh! Wow! Oh, I must be God! I can move, I can talk, I can walk. I hover to and fro above the infinite surface, plain as it is. This is amazing! My universe! A bit bland, but a bland universe is better than no universe. Still,
the first
I need a direction.
piece for the achievement, piece by piece, is near the beginning.
To my alpha. For how can there be progress without a destination?
We are not that far from the first achievement. It's just through here.
A narrow path that leads to a destination. Progress. Before me, I see a large wall. I press on and walk through the wall like a ghost. Nope. Walls are solid, can't do that. Note to self, cannot walk through walls.
There we go, we press this button.
Push the button, escape the box. I control the world with a wave of my figurative hand.
And this is where you find the first piece. If you just turn left from the pillars, all the way across here, to the first row of the pillars, on the middle pillar, you'll have your first one, just look at it.
Gold, lots of gold.
And then there's your first piece.
Also to reflect my love of reflective metals.
Now we can complete this tutorial. There's nothing else to find in this part.
Whoa. Okay, that's it. A temple. That's the right kind of place for a god to live. If I bend my figurative knees and jump, the world moves downwards. Away from me, the center of my own little universe. I translate the world as if it were mine. Well, yeah, which it is. As I move forward, the world approaches me. I am literally the center of the universe. As I turn, the world rotates around me. I am pivotal. I bring a new meaning to self-centered, what with being the center of all things. As an artist, I need to define my influences. Who are my influences? Well, myself. I inspire myself. I am inspirational. I aspire to be myself. Matched. Perfectly. Now I can relax. Thinking time
these
is
things
over.
here, they're portals to the next chapter. So we're going to the next chapter now. That's another achievement done. Chapter 0. So that's the prologue over and done with. And now chapter 2, we'll have another piece.
Lead me, path. Lead me to my
for the
destination.
APCs, and also a puzzle.
Onwards. A passing
The puzzle
gate
we need
is
to
a
do
sign of progress along my
is
path. I must
light up
admit
the 5
that I rather
flames,
enjoy the progress. However, it
and
seems I am met with a new
we need to
challenge
get to
at
the
every
second
turn.
set of bridges
These
to drop
challenges require
down
knowledge.
to find the second
Slightly
piece
worrying.
of
As a
the
god, I consider myself all-knowing. Why is it I must
APCs
stop and think?
for the
Knowledge
piece by
is
piece
obscured
puzzle.
from me. All these eyes watching makes me a bit uneasy. Not a fan of onlookers, to be honest. That which I can see exists.
Done here.
Ah, a bench.
The long
Brilliant.
steps.
Something to rest my figurative head upon from all that adventurous walking. But I must be honest with myself. As a god, I feel no real need to rest. Don't know why I made a bench. Doesn't really make sense. Maybe I should rest as an example to others. No, there are no others. Don't understand why I filled the place with pots, either. I don't have anything to store.
As you can see on the
Maybe I
roof
should
here,
make
you
lemonade.
see a
I
knife.
need to invent lemons first, a few other things too. Time to start a list of inventions.
Then you can
lemons,
go through.
lemon press, sugar, the abstract concept of sweetness.
Over here,
a tongue.
you
I
see a
definitely need
picture.
tongue, but I need a body
That'll
first.
be,
Legs. I want legs. Then I can have
that'll be
footsteps
for
to
later
accompany my
on.
walking.
You'll
I
see
find myself
what
awfully
that
thin
is
currently,
for
even for a
later on in the
god.
game.
Aha! There it is! Hiding. But I'm afraid not even you could escape my powers of observation. Wow! So many books, years of reading. But why would God read books that he's written?
We by the library now. After the
Books
library,
written by God would be the best books. Why?
we need
why would
to
I read
turn
books that I
left
haven't written?
for the second piece.
I
As you
should
can see
write my
here,
own book. A book set apart from the rest.
here's another
I wouldn't know
piece.
what to call it. Autobiography, maybe. A brief history of life. Pneuma presents himself in Pneuma. Critics have called it the best book ever written. Winner of every writing prize for writing. The Hallway called it the best book since records began.
Now
A small
for
bench
the
said it was a
spirit,
record-breaking record of historical records. Oh, I don't know what kind of book I would
spirit
write if I
puzzle.
didn't write an autobiography.
Also
though.
say the spirit.
Maybe a piece of fiction. I can tell stories of magical doors that only open when watched. Maybe
Unlock.
stories about
We
a
could have
little
come
wooden
here.
boy come to life.
We could
Maybe I'd
go
write
through
science
here.
books. As the creator of the universe, I could easily write an exhaustive science textbook. I mean, if I got something wrong, I could just change the rules of the universe to match the book. I could keep changing the laws of the universe and write new
So that's
revisions.
chapter 1 done.
I could write every...
So now we will be in chapter 2. Which will we have light 5 flames.
Where did all this marble come from?
As you can see
Because
here,
it's just here.
1,
I
2.
guess as God, I made
See
it.
this
I
light
can't
here,
remember ever
this
making
flame?
any of this, though.
It needs to be lit.
Marble requires great heat, pressure, and time to form. So how did I make it?
So
Did I just
what we need
pop
to
it
do
into existence?
is
I guess
light
I
it
could
up.
do
We need
that.
to
Or did
look
I
away,
have it
look
in
at it,
another
and look
universe
away.
cooking for a couple of million
Now
years?
that's lit. We need to
Both
keep
are
that
reasonable.
lit.
Maybe both. Changing it up.
We
need to work on my memory.
need to have these 2 lit.
Look
So
at
that
this.
we need
The
to
world
find
bends to
5
my will.
flames. So that's
More
what's
evidence
number
of my
1, 2,
deity.
3.
The immense power of my mind. Bow before my ample brow, for I can move things with just a glance.
The 4th
Fear
flame is
my
rubber
gaze,
here.
lest I move you around. What a polite door. Opening itself upon my approach.
And through here will
the
be
right
the
way to treat your
next
god
flame.
door. I shall give you great treasures for your compliance. This door, what a
As you can see here,
conniving door.
it's a flame.
You can see its proud look
So
as it
we need to
attempts
come
thwart
straight
me.
across.
Why can't you be more like that other door? That other door had respect. I have bested you, door.
We need to light that flame and come straight through here. As you can see, this door just opened. What we need to do is a little puzzle bit there. What we need to do is just keep jumping and looking down. So when you look at the eye, the bridge will expand when you look at it. So there you go. And now we want to jump across here. There's that achievement done. That's the Spirit chapter, Spirit achievement. Now what we want to do, we want to jump all the way down here, straight through here, and we want the chapter 2 piece, which will be in the second set of bridges.
Are you not
This is
moved?
first set of bridges.
Rotate about me, bridge. Bow to my
So
rotational
basically,
power.
you need to look at the
This
eye,
is
and then
normal.
the bridge will
Moving things with your mind.
move.
It must be. I am normal. That cannot be contested.
across here.
Normal is the norm, and as the only thing, I must be normal.
You see another picture here,
I am
which
mighty.
you'll be able to
I
collect
rather
later
enjoy
on.
moving heavy marble with my mind. It would be a tough job to move this marble by hand, to be honest.
As you can see there, that's number
What
the
are
fourth
hands?
picture that you need. And this is where you get
I can
the
move bridges
piece.
with
All you
my
need to
mind.
do, you
I
just
wonder
turn
if I
right,
could move them
all
to
these barrels and
laughter or
everything, you
tears.
just jump down here,
They seem to be quite
which will give you
emotionally dead.
the piece.
But with enough anthropomorphism, I'm sure they would lighten up. Thank you, bridges, for bringing things together.
And now we
I
want
wonder
to
if these
make the
bridges deserve
bridge
my thanks.
come across.
If they're my creation, is to thank them to thank myself. Well, thank me for my excellence.
And then we want this bridge to come across as well. And now we just want to complete the path. We are done with chapter 2. Chapter 3 has got the body puzzle, the body achievement, and it's got a piece. In every chapter there's a piece. So now over here,
This world seems counterintuitive.
as you can
Not
see,
entirely sure
do
what's
this.
going on. I seem to be playing a series of practical jokes on myself. Who constructs a world like this? A world that attempts to confound me at every turn. Why did I make such a world? Makes me feel smart, I guess.
now we want to look
How
away from
gratuitously
the eye
self-indulgent.
and go up. And then go across here. Now what we want to do is jump on these
The
things.
world turns about my pivot. Is it
And
that
look away from the
world
eye,
turns
look
around
around,
me, or that
Come
I turn
across
around
here,
the
look
world?
at the eye.
If it's just matrix multiplication,
Go like
then the
this,
question is redundant, I'm
do
sure.
that.
Cos theta minus sine theta, cos theta. My conscious perspective
done.
makes it an incontrovertible fact that I am the center of the universe.
This one is simple, just stand by the door, and the eye just rotated 90 degrees.
As a god, I can turn any situation to my advantage. The rules of the universe
If
are mine
it's
to
rotated
write.
enough,
Though
oh,
they're rather conventional
just
at
past
the
it.
moment.
Damn it. Ah. There we go, we go through here now. This is chapter 3, which we want the room with the
Every
tunes.
room of this world seems to be carefully crafted for me. A hidden hand woven through the fabric of the universe. A fingerprint everywhere. A different hidden hand guiding my footsteps. The laws unfold. Their origins a mystery. But why a mystery? Gods should know all things.
And with this one, all you have to do half is all of them up the top like that. So you know you want to go through. This is
Gods
the
are
tune
creators.
room.
I
You
must
see a
have
fountain
created
right by
this
here.
world. If not,
Just
why would the
right at the
world have the
corner,
appearance of craft?
you'll have the
Perhaps as
piece.
I speak, a subconscious part of me is busy making the next room. It is my world,
So
after
that's
all.
the fourth
I
piece.
must be working hard right now to
And
build the next
each
room.
tune
Or
has got a
perhaps my
number on
mind
them,
creates this
which
appearance
you
of
need to
order
do
out of the
this all in
noise.
order to open the door. So the first one is here. Then you want to come down. Number 2, there. Number 3, number 4, number 5, drop down. With this one,
This world is
this can be
clearly the
quite
product of a
tricky if you
mind.
don't know
It
how.
is full of
Basically,
inorganic
look at the
patterns and
4
purposeful
clocks. Make sure
architecture.
you
Could
check
a series
looking
of
at the 4
complex
clocks.
interactions
You come
create an
across
agent
quickly,
possible of making
and then
purposeful
you look at
change in
that,
an environment?
drop down.
If that were the case, then it would make a
Then you
compelling
come
argument for a
across.
world without craft. Still, a world optimized for some function, mind you.
This
Here's a
puzzle
question for
took
me.
some
If I
time
was to study
to
the
get
corner
used
of a
to.
board game, could
Now,
I
what you
infer
want to
the
do
rules of the
is
game?
just put that there.
Perhaps if I
You look
use
up at the
my
top.
godlike powers of intuition. How can you understand a world from a vertical slice?
Bring this
Sometimes
all the way
empirical knowledge
across.
is
Now you
required,
look at the
surely. Not everything can be inductive or
bottom one,
deductive.
come all the way across. Now you look at the top one, and then you should be through. There we go. With this one, it's quite simple. What you
If the
need to do
world is
is
made
look
for
at the
me,
opposite
for
side
what purpose?
and light
Is
up
it a
the
test?
combination that
Is it
shows
to
on
be
the opposite
enjoyed?
side.
Is it to bring acclaim to its creator? As a god, I feel like I should have a stronger grasp of this.
And then you come straight to the bottom. You got this thing here. You need to look at it, then when you're looking at it, the boxes will then go through when you go forward. You need to get this just right. Basically, you need to look at it and then look at the squares, and then just this can get a bit tricky. Oh, come on. This is for the which puzzle is this? Body puzzle. We need that one to show up as well. Whoop. As you can see, it could be quite tricky. Spend some time on this, don't I? Alright, now we just need them ones to show. Come up. Come on. That's it. Now this opens this door. Then we want to go over here. Damn, that took some time. Now we want to go. Oh, let's find the sun and cover the sun with the moon. We got the body achievement. Okay, now what we want to do is complete this chapter. Right here, you see a rotating puzzle piece.
Challenge? Does the creator wish to teach, or perhaps just entertain? Some space to think, or maybe just to do something productive?
All you have to do is just basically color match. So job done. We want to get out of here now. And now the next one. The next piece is the easiest piece. All you have to do is just step back, and it should be right by here. That's our piece done. And I'll just complete the puzzle. There's
A
nothing
state
to do
change on
now.
observation.
There's nothing
Things
to do
in this
now
world
unless...
can change. Apparently between only 2 states though, on and off. Hopefully not indicative of my state of mind. Binary, between 2 extremes, 2 poles if you will.
Nothing to do now until chapter 6, which will be
But why does
done
the world
shortly.
change between a few states? Changes only
So
seem
now
to
we need to
occur
come
in
up
small
again.
degrees. Why? Why is the world quantized? It confuses me that there's a
As you
limited
can
amount
see,
of states
you're
in this
forming
world.
like a
I think that there would
bridge
be
here.
an infinite amount. Why would there need to be a limit unless there was a constraint? And why would there be a
Come across
constraint?
here.
I sure hope
Then
it's
all
due
you
to
have to do is just look
incomprehensible
down,
macro-level relationships rather than the
across,
overwhelming simplicity of a system. That is a nightmare which I could not face.
and
The implication would be clear. A
puzzle's
wooden
done.
boy given the breath of life. Continuous makes more sense than discrete, surely. All ideas are continuous,
With this
but the
part,
mechanics
all you have to do
discrete.
is just see the
Nonsense,
5 eyes.
clearly
So
nonsense.
you need to
The
turn
location
these.
of each item in the world is only accurate to a binary exponent width of 8 bits. Why? And still, it can only be observed by a keen eye for infinitesimal phenomena. Planck's constant, the universe's machine epsilon. Oh, what am I even saying? Paranoia, paranoia.
And then go across. There you go. Alright. Now we are on chapter 5. This one will be in room 4. Hey Homicidal, just doing some Pneuma Breath of Life speedrun and
Grand!
achievement unlocks.
So many doors.
I hope you enjoy
The
your
path
stay.
still appears to travel onwards behind a large gate.
We are
but there
about
are forks
halfway
in this
through,
path.
so
An
you still got
opportunity
a
to travel,
fair few to
see
see.
the universe, go along any
With this
path
puzzle,
I
all you
desire.
have to do is just
All
make
this
all the
travelling,
symbols
though.
disappear.
I would like a travelling
Easily done.
companion. Someone to
All you have to
watch
do is
over me,
just look
help decide
away,
where to go, watch
and
my
then
back, keep
you
me company. Oh, but that's just silliness. I
keep
don't really
doing
need
this
anyone. I'm
until
a god.
everything is sorted.
This world has rules,
Do
clearly.
you like puzzle
For
games,
one,
dude?
I cannot walk through walls, which is disturbing. You'd think if I was a god,
Yeah,
I
I'm
could do
using
what I
Studio
wished.
Mate.
For the most part, I don't appear to be in control. Perhaps my subconscious is keeping the world
Damn, I
in
messed that one
shape.
up.
Subconscious. A powerful part of mind, all along unobserved.
What do you think of my
Subtle.
new timer, mate?
I wonder what resides in this subconscious. Those thoughts that I'm not aware of. Not all of my decisions are wisely made under the full power of cognition. Some decisions are made outside of the conscious self. I seem to observe a lot of my actions with little or no control over them. I must still own these actions.
Damn it. Yeah, it's a lot better, mate. Thanks for the recommendation. Have you played this game before? It's neat. Oh. Damn it, I need to start over from here. Yeah, correct, right? And this opens this door. With this puzzle is easy, all you have to do is just run through the tiles. So hug the wall.
How does compartmentalization square with consciousness? This subconscious, what's that doing? Keeping secret knowledge. Even as a god, the idea of trudging through my subconscious is somewhat
Job done.
nightmarish. Some things
Then
best
come
not
through
known,
here.
even for the all-knowing.
Yeah, mate. And over here you see a picture there, but that'll
The
be
sad thing
for
about being a
afterwards.
god is the
Over
crushing
here
loneliness.
is tiles.
I don't really feel I have an equal. This wall, for instance. Don't get me wrong, he's a smart-looking wall. I enjoy being around him.
All you have to do is just
He
match
has a
the
interesting conversation. Very flat personality.
picture.
like the bridge from earlier, very anthropomorphized.
So what do you think of this game, mate? Once you've done that, you come through this door, and then you see this puzzle here. You have to go right to the top.
Giant machines. The bigger the machine, the better. This is my idea of heaven.
What I like to do is like to start here from the bottom.
That screams godlike. Me
and then
my
what you
machines,
need to do is just
animated, as if alive, but really just acting inside a closed system. They give the
sort
impression
this out
they are
like
full of life,
so.
but they are just wheels and cogs that turn in time. Ticking, clicking, and clacking contraptions.
So now we need to work our way to the top levels. So basically, let's say, yeah, it's pretty cool, mate. We start here and then we go across, then we go down there, across, up. We need this one here to be up again. So let's see, across, down, up, across, across. That should do it. No? Yeah? Across there. Across that. Sorted. So now we want to go through to the top. It's a matter of knowing what to do on this game. You once you start it off, they can be quite challenging, but when you get used to it, like I have, then you no need to have to get used to it. It's just second nature to me now. You know what I mean? So what have you been up to? Been streaming lately? So that's number 1 done. Cool. Basically, I'm doing a speed run with unlocking all the achievements as well. So everything must be done. You know what I mean? Do you like the timer? And do you like the current time as well?
If knowledge
I've
is in
done
the
some
mind,
changes there, haven't I?
to be alone is to experience all of knowledge. All the substance of knowledge exists within mind. Therefore, to suppose another, whose mind was unknowable or transient, would suppose a world in which all knowing was an impossibility. So it follows that being alone serves as a proof of my deity. In this way, it is a comfort
would you like
to
something
me
like
that I
that
am alone.
on your one,
Others would be a
or
difficult problem.
would you have difficulties running it? Let's see if that'll work.
A
Basically,
stairway to heaven, made of
we need
fool's
to
gold.
make our way up. Need a bit more. Okay. So that should do it. Hopefully, yeah. We need to make our way up.
Being alone is important. If one does not
Cool,
hear
cool.
both parts of a conversation, one cannot have a full idea of what is discussed. To be alone
So basically
is to know
this
the
one,
whole
we need
story.
the same
But
as
still,
that
this
one, so
world
that
seems
needs
to
to be
attempt to
clicked
communicate something. The world is
on these
filled
two
with
ends
part
here.
conversation. The writings
The
on the
bottom one
walls,
is
the
these
walls
two.
themselves.
Job done.
Let there be yet more light. Being alone can serve as a comfort.
As you can see here,
If there's no one can hurt you.
you need to
But
open
perhaps
the
that's a
thing
bleak
for the
outlook.
light.
There must be joy
Basically,
that
you're
comes
playing
from
as
others.
God.
Praise, they can offer praise. As a god, praise is something I can relate to. Not enough praise at the
Damn,
moment.
sorry to hear that, mate.
Worship wouldn't go amiss. But if there were others, they might attempt to belittle me, bring me down to improve their own relative status, accuse me of
Is this
pride,
running alright though?
narcissism, pretentiousness, or grandiose self-referential commentary. Nonsense. Pretension implies there is a lack of thought.
There's
The
two more
pretense
doors
of
to open
thought.
here.
I've thought long
Door
and hard
3.
about how brilliant I am.
Basically, this one is a
It doesn't take
matching
genius to see that I am a
puzzle.
genius.
You got to
Comparative statements are
match
somewhat
up
redundant
the
when you're the lone wanderer of the universe.
planets.
I think I'd like a goddess
So
to share this
we need
with.
some
We
time
could walk
here.
around and talk about gold. Perhaps waste away the time discussing how brilliant I am. She could bask in my intellect and compliment me on my immense wealth. Perhaps she'd look like me too. Obviously she couldn't be as handsome. That would be unthinkable. Could I create a goddess more majestic than myself? Could I create a rock that I couldn't lift? Well, apparently I can create doors I cannot
Anything
open.
wrong with my stream then?
What does a goddess do, though? Quite clearly, I'm busy doing all this god stuff. Walking about, thinking about stuff, solving problems, inventing problems to solve. Would she be my helper, or off doing her own thing? I'm a pretty big deal. If I had a
This
goddess,
one, all
I'd
you have to
assume
do is
she'd
just
want to be around
keep
me most
turning.
of the time. But I feel like I'm too busy with all these challenges to possibly give her all of my attention. I mean, to be fair, it's likely to destroy her given my godlike intensity. Maybe I'd make her in my image. That would be amazing! 2 of me! Oh, we'd have so much in common!
I thought you meant not really as
First, she'd have
as
to be
my
alive.
stream is a
Being
bit
alive
laggy or
is
whatever.
somewhat a prerequisite for being lively.
Thanks for clarifying me,
Not
mate.
created life yet. I see as through a glass dimly, not knowing as I should know. More light. Slight obsession with light here. I'm done here.
Now we are gonna go to the 4th set of puzzles, which will be our next piece. The piece will be downstairs by some boxes, so this should be number 4. Yeah, and we come straight through here. This is where the next eyepiece is. All you have to do is
Why
just
can I be
simply drop
surprised?
down,
If I'm all-knowing, then I should know all.
and you should find
Perhaps
some
there's a
boxes
moment when knowledge is created.
right across there.
Sometimes when I ask these questions, I wish there was a response. Wish there was someone out there listening to me, hearing these words. But how could they tell me even if they were listening? I've never heard their voice. If a voice came down from the sky to talk to me, I'd probably think I was crazy.
All those pieces
But in
do
case
is give
anyone's
you
listening,
an
I have a
achievement
surplus
at the
of
end.
Gold.
Uh,
If you'd like to pop by my universe, I could give you some. Friendship for gold, straight up trade.
this one, you go like this, and then do this, and then you go straight across to the next part.
That's this done. I make a lot of mistakes and missteps.
With
Can
this
God
one,
make mistakes?
you
mistake
need
is
to
something
walk
unintended.
backwards, because the
Am I
steps,
an imperfect
if
God?
you look at them,
Or perhaps,
they will
perhaps
disappear,
I'm not a god at all.
as you could see.
Oh, no. Let's not be silly. Of course I'm God.
So if you look backwards and then walk up, you'll be fine. Roman numerals, right? Then you jump down, and then you can just jump down here, and run through this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You got up to 10 there. In the beginning, me, God, and I'm almighty.
Still, no companion.
So that's that one done. We are in chapter 6 now. After the Tails puzzle will be the next eyepiece.
What if it's all a joke? This whole
So
world,
as you can see, there
a
is
grand joke of which
I
I
and
am the
double I, which is
punchline.
1 and 2.
What if someone
That's
stands
the
looking
2
on, grinning atop
puzzles.
their high horse?
So you see this
An
here
elevated
is a
perspective makes
light
it easy
bridge.
to look down.
You just cross
What if
across
someone
the light
distant
bridge
and unknowable
and
were
across
forcing me to
there
stumble
for
around
the
my
first
world,
one.
forcing me to overcome a series
This
of mental
one, the
obstacles,
solution
all
to the
for
puzzle
what?
is up there.
To
Simple thing
demonstrate
is,
something?
this
To
is really
teach
easy.
something?
All you have to do is just
What?
jump in the center.
Maybe I'm
Job
not
done.
a god. Maybe I'm a jester. Have you heard the one about the character who thought he was the infinite? His story came to an end. Quite the dramatic
Then what you have to
irony.
do is
Do I
go
make my
across the
movements,
bridge.
my steps? I've never thought about a step I've made. They just seem to occur. I'm thrown about this world.
And with this
Do I
one, it's
control,
bit
or
time
rather merely
wasting.
witness my
So you
movement?
just have
If it is
to
the
stay
case that
here
I'm merely witnessing
and wait
my
for
motion,
the
then is
dial
this
to
my body,
rotate
or am I
all the
an
way
observer?
across to
Light
do this
has
puzzle.
curious properties. It drives out darkness, or perhaps it's the other way around. Perhaps light is the absence of darkness. I should find out. How much light do you need to fill a bucket? 4?
Job done. So now what we want to do, we want to progress through. Alright. So now we want to come through here.
Perhaps my lack of control is rational. I have two observable natures as far as I can see, my body and my mind. My body moves around doing things.
Now
It can be
this is
pushed
where the
away
next
by
puzzle
equal and
is.
opposite forces. It is constrained by the world.
Wanna come
My
across
mind
here.
creates thoughts that it speaks.
As you can see on this part, I'll show you now. We got these two pieces, but the rooms to complete
What
them
is
is
my
in the
nature,
opposite
though?
direction. So
Unitary,
that one
bipartite,
would have
or
to come across
tripartite, or
here.
something other. How could
So
I know?
to do this,
I
what I
have
like
my
to do
words. Words
is
are the
come
product
around
of
the
a
edge,
mind. Therefore, it
do
follows that I
this,
think.
then
I
jump
think,
across
therefore
here,
I am. Cogito
jump
ergo
once,
sum.
jump
I
across,
move, so I have a body.
then
Maybe
up,
a spirit too.
and then
Something intangible.
jump
A
across
connection
there.
with the world I cannot know.
That should be that one done. With this one, we have to complete this puzzle. Okay, so what we'll have to do, come across here, 1, 2, miss one, do, oh, miss one, do this one, then you wanna come across, do this one, do this one, then 1, oh, miss that, 1, 2, 3, 4. As you can see, this one can be a bit tricky, but I know where I went wrong. What we have to do is do that, then do that. Job done. Alright. Then we want to click this. This is where it gets interesting. This is where you find the other piece. It's around here. So basically what you want to do, you want to come across here, straight through. And you want to jump down here. And just turn the corner. There's the other piece. Then you want to come over here and solve the puzzle. First of all, you need to go through there. You could do this in 3
Recurring
moves.
theme here, back with a difference.
Alright.
What is it with all these observations I keep making? Observations about this
So
and
it's
that.
1,
Always got something interesting to say, apparently.
2,
Communication, that's what I keep trying to
3.
do. These aren't just thoughts, they're words.
drop down.
But who am I talking to? This audible collection of
This
my
is
thoughts,
where
what
I've been
is its
needing to
purpose?
go back
Why
to previous
thoughts
puzzles
have
to
words?
unlock
Do words allow understanding of
this
thoughts? Perhaps without words, thoughts would be unchained things.
secret.
Not everything is
So
up
what you
for
want to do is
grabs.
go under
Parts of
the
world bend to my
rotating
will,
bridge.
or perhaps are just tethered to me.
Come down here.
In a world where
As
I
you
am
can
the
see,
only
the
agent
eyes
of
make
change,
the door
do I
close.
approach
All
the
you have
end
to
of
do
the
is just
world, or does
hide.
the end approach
So go
me?
behind one of the benches. You come across here. That's for picture 5. But we want picture 1, which is right by here. We want to quit the game now. Quickly. And we want picture 2, which is on chapter 1 by these spiral stairs. This will give me another unlock, so I've got to do this for the achievement.
Lead me, path. Lead me to my destination. Onwards! A passing gate is a sign of progress along my path. I must admit that I rather enjoy the progress. However, it seems I am met with a new challenge at every turn. These challenges require knowledge. Slightly worrying. As a god, I consider myself all-knowing. Why is it I must stop and think? Knowledge is obscured from me. All these eyes watching makes me a bit uneasy. Not a fan of onlookers, to be honest.
Here's the
That
spiral
which I can
stairs,
see exists.
and this is where
A bench.
you
Brilliant.
see
Something
the
to rest my
picture
figurative
2.
head upon from all that adventurous walking. But I must be honest with myself. As a god, I feel no real need to rest. Don't know why I made a bench. Doesn't really make sense. Maybe I should rest as an example to others.
So now we look up the
no,
eye.
There are no others. Don't understand why I filled the place with pots either. I don't have anything to store.
Go through.
Maybe I should make lemonade. I need to invent
And
lemons
as you can
first,
see
a few
there,
other things too.
number 2,
Time to start a list of
picture
inventions.
2, drop
Lemons and
down.
lemon
We want to now quit it, and we want to go to chapter 5. And we want the rotating puzzle. Get to the rotating puzzle on path 1.
Grand! So many
So all we have to
The
do is
path still
just
appears
come
travel
to the
onwards behind
this
a
one,
large gate,
and
but there are forks in this
just
path.
do
An opportunity
this
to
one
travel,
here.
see the universe, go along any path I desire. All this travelling, though. I would like a travelling companion. Someone to watch over me, help decide where to go, watch my back, keep me company. Oh, but that's just silliness. I don't really need anyone. I'm a god. This world has rules, clearly. For one, I cannot walk through walls, which is disturbing. You'd think if I was a god, I could do what I wished. For the most part, I don't appear to be in control. Perhaps my subconscious is keeping the world in shape. Subconscious. A powerful part of mind, all along unobserved, subtle. I wonder what resides in this subconscious. Those thoughts that I'm not aware of. Not all of my decisions are wisely made under the full power of cognition. Some decisions are made outside of the conscious self. I seem to observe a lot of my actions with little or no control over them. I must still own these actions. How does compartmentalization square with consciousness? This subconscious, what's that doing? Keeping secret knowledge. Even as a
So
god,
this
the
should
idea
be
of trudging
the
through my
picture
subconscious
3
is
right by
somewhat
here.
nightmarish. Some things best not known, even for the all-knowing.
Now we want to quit it. We want picture 4, which is in chapter 2. This one will be line up the bridges. We want to go past the first set of bridges.
Where did all this marble come from? Because it's just here. I guess as God, I made it. I can't remember ever making any of this though. Marble requires great heat, pressure, and time to form. So how did I make it? Did I just pop it into existence? I guess I could do that. Or did I have it in another universe cooking for a couple of million years? Both are reasonable. Maybe both. Changing it up. I need to work on my memory. Look at this! The world bends to my will. More evidence of my deity. The immense power of my mind. Bow before my ample brow, for I can move things with just a glance. Fear my gaze, lest I move you around. What a polite door. Opening itself upon my
the first set of
approach.
bridge
The right
need
way
to
to
sort
treat
out.
your god door. I shall give you great treasures for your compliance. This door? What a conniving door. You can see its proud look as it attempts to thwart me. Why can't you be more like that other door? That other door had respect. I have bested you, door. Are you not moved? Rotate about me, bridge.
The
Bow
picture
to my
is up right
rotational
here.
power. I wonder if this is normal.
And then what you want to do,
Moving things
once
with your
you've done
mind.
that, you're going to quit and go back to the opposing chapters, chapter 6. And then you need to go look at the picture under the rotating bridge, and then you done
What if it's
the
all
puzzle.
a joke? This whole world. A grand joke of which I am the punchline.
Gonna quickly
What if
do
someone
this
stands
part
looking
now.
on, grinning atop their high horse? An elevated perspective makes it easy to look down. What if someone distant and unknowable were forcing me to stumble around my world? Forcing me to overcome a series of mental obstacles, all for what? To demonstrate something? To teach something? What? Maybe I'm not a god. Maybe I'm a jester. Have you heard the one about the character who thought he was the infinite? His story came to an end. Quite the dramatic irony. Do I make my movements? My steps? I've never thought about a step I've made. They just seem to occur.
Every
I'm thrown
step
about this
you
world.
make,
Do I
every
control
move
or rather
you
merely
take,
witness my movement?
I'll be
If
watching
it is the case that I'm merely
you.
witnessing my motion, then is this my body? Or am I an observer? Light has curious properties. It drives out darkness, or perhaps it's the other way around. Perhaps light is the absence of darkness. I should find out. How much light do you need to fill a bucket? 4?
So what you been up to lately, Homicidal, if you're still there?
Perhaps my lack of control is rational. I have two observable natures as far as I can see, my body and my mind. My body moves around doing things. It can be pushed away by equal and opposite forces. It is constrained by the world. My mind creates thoughts that it speaks. What is my nature, though? Unitary, bipartite, or tripartite, or something other? How could I know? I have my words. Words are the product of a mind. Therefore, it follows that I think. I think, therefore I am. Cogito ergo sum. I move, so I have a body. Maybe a spirit, too. Something intangible, a connection with a world I cannot know. Recurring theme here, back with a difference. What is it with all these observations I keep making? Observations about this and that. Always got something interesting to say, apparently. Communication, that's what I keep trying to do. These aren't just thoughts, they're words. But who am I talking to? This audible collection of
Now
my
we
thoughts,
come
what
across,
is its purpose? Why do
go
thoughts
straight
have
down
words?
here.
Do words allow understanding of thoughts? Perhaps without words, thoughts would be unchained things. Not everything is up for grabs. Parts of the world bend to my will, or perhaps are just tethered to me. In a world where I am the only agent of change, do I approach the end of the world, or does the end approach me?
And then this door opens.
Secrets lie in the belly of the beast.
Once that door opens, you can come straight through, unlocking this pillar, which gives you a achievement. That's the soul achievement accomplished. Now we need to complete this puzzle. These orbs here, they are part of the puzzle. So basically, you see this blue light. All you have to do to complete this puzzle is just look through these orbs,
Definitely the most
and
important
the
thing
blue
in
light
this
will
world. These orbs love me, bowing
jump
to my
across
sight, my
to the
perspective. My perspective is truly crucial to the world.
orbs.
My perspective, it brings me close to the end.
Once you've done that, what you want to do is come across here. There's a gap there to jump down. Jump down here. Reset the piece. And now what you want to do, you want to go across there. So 3 moves. 1, 2. Oh, messed that one up. 2, 3, 4. Where does it take me? That takes me out there. Messed that one up already. We need to reset this part. We could do this in 3 moves. We need it to come across there. So basically, this is the door. Think of how it would get across there. So it's 1, 2, 3. Drop down. And then look through this. And then you see an eye. All you have to do is just keep staring at the eye until we get to that door. Then you want to jump down here. And you want to reset it for the last time. And now you want to go through the door, which is behind there. So how are you going to do this? 1, 2, 3, 4. one dead behind us. There we go.
I don't think I'd take it well if I spent my life controlled by another, though I'm not fully in control, clearly. My body is constrained to this world. But I happily resign to this lack of control, it's just the darker side of that. How'd you get over that nagging feeling that someone is watching over you, controlling your steps? Unwelcome. Are these words even my words? I could be anything. Maybe I'm just words on a page, a script on a screen, an actor, a voice, a character, a visage, a fake. Approaching the end. I feel
now,
the Omega, my destination.
We got one last piece to collect. There's two more
This is it. The end of the path.
achievements.
The destination. For how can there be progress without
In here
a
will be the last
A few seconds ago there was
only
nothing,
piece by piece.
But now, here I am, surrounded by trees, ready to hear them fall. The path serves to direct my steps. Disturbing that my steps are being directed. That's an unwelcome thought. I am aware, but I don't feel in control. I feel a lack of control and a control beyond my own. I don't want to roll away this stone. That nagging thought again. Why am I continuing? Despite my desire to the contrary. This is the progress I desired. The destination I set out for at the beginning. The knowledge I grasped for. The end of the road. There's no way back, and knowledge feels dangerous now. The stone is rolled away, and in here I can see shadows dance on the walls. Projections. All this time I felt a presence watching over me. I felt a control beyond my own. No! No! Ah! No! Get off me! Get off me! I can feel you, distant person, controlling my every step. You've been here since the beginning, watching. Malevolent or benevolent, it makes no difference. You have no right. Get off! The door is closed. I can't go back. Well, did you pay your price for your slave? You deserve to control me. Is it your right? Is it? Go on, tell me, what was my price? You stand there in the distance. I can see it now. I cannot see your face, but I feel you like a rushing wind. You guide my steps. You order my steps. No. No. Look away. Why should we go through here? There's no reason. Why must we travel through every door you wish? Elucidate me. What about me, my desires? Let's just wait here, forever. I've never been alone. You move my world. Manipulate me. But all this time you have placed my every footstep.
Now we're going to take the leap of faith.
You've been watching over me
jump down.
secretly and silently since the beginning of time. That's pretty villainous. I want to go back. There's no other way but forward now, apart from infinite stillness. A leap of faith. There's no way back.
As
Why
you can
do
see,
drive me
here's
forwards
the
like an
apple of
animal?
Eden,
Your
but we don't want
insatiable
to get the
appetite for
apple.
closure?
We just
Show
want to come
yourself,
across
please.
here.
Your
So
silence is
basically, it's
deafening. You
turn around
say
from the
nothing. You
tree,
sit
and the last
silently
piece will be
above,
right by here.
playing God. You are the danger. You move my world.
And now we want to go to the tree.
Emotions, not a script. Definitely not a script. I am alive. Feeling. I make decisions. I have will. I have autonomy. The world is real too. Not a visage. A series of impulses. Don't touch that. You don't even know what it's for.
Job done. And that will
It's a
be
game. I'm not real.
game done.
You've
And
been
all
watching
the
me for all this
achievements
time.
in
Since
1
the
hour
beginning of
and
the
2
universe.
minutes.
But you didn't say anything. You sat silently. Apparently, you think it's okay to just watch a person for hours.
I hope you've enjoyed this.
Why am I here then? I am part of your game? Your entertainment? You play with my life. You move me around as you see fit. Tell me where to look, how to think. Manipulate my world. Push me down a path of your choosing. All for your appetite for closure. Am I your slave? What was my price? Or perhaps you're my spirit. Perhaps not. Perhaps my conscience. Perhaps my consciousness. Maybe I'm a puppet and you're my master. Perhaps at this point, neither of us are in control. Few things are sure. I am not real. From nothing I came, and to nothing I will return. I am just a figment of an imagination. I am a character created to tell a story. The story of a person who observes their life, but is not in control. There's a puzzle for you. In the beginning, me.
And there's a puzzle for your achievement. So the completion time, 1 hour 4 minutes, just under 1 hour 5. I hope you've enjoyed this. This has been the Solaris X, giving you the full guide on Pneuma Breath of Life. This was a speed run, and all the best. Take care.